Okay, so that incredibly gay and over-the-top montage was just showing our excitement of being back in the mountains.
Very
Finally,
excited, incredibly
Yeah.
excited. Can I just make a little point of reference?
Yeah.
If this time last season, this is how much slushy little bit of snow we had. This season, it's like that.
Way!
So that's
it has been insane. From the moment we arrived, it's been snowing
Non-stop.
non-stop. And in Morzine, we almost saw no snow last year.
I'm orgasmic, guys. I'm orgasmic.
I'm orgasmic.
You know, I'm excited that we're all back, and I haven't seen Jules in a while.
I know.
I've seen Tim way too much over the summer, but
I've missed
but
you
still,
too, a bit less.
I've missed
but-
Jules.
Yeah.
What have you guys been up to in the summer?
Loads! I went surfing in Sri Lanka and shopping in New York. I went to a lot of places because I don't have a home in the summer, so I just kind of moved around and it was fun.
Show off.
Yeah.
Tim?
I did loads. I didn't do anything. I've just been waiting for this moment now. Back in the snow.
You're here! It's
We
here!
haven't been up the mountain yet, but it's gonna be
No.
soon, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So exciting, tomorrow.
The main thing I did was I injured myself, so I'm not going to be on the mountain tomorrow. I screwed up my knee.
Charlie, tell us how you injured yourself.
Well, at the
It
Mondial,
wasn't
So it was
I did a
rad,
proper
wasn't
injury. I just kind of landed flat and then it fucked up. But now
Oh.
it
But
got better.
then you got drunk and then you
Yes.
hurt yourself again.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he
but-
does that every year.
Can I make an announcement, please? It's Charlie's birthday today. Ah, happy birthday! We're gonna get him drunk again. That's it. I'm done.
Thanks.
Carry on.
Okay, so episode 49, we're going to go through some news. We're going to go through a sweet spot later on and some feedback, which we've had loads of, so we're going to get through it quite quickly.
Yeah, like everyone's missed it so bad, haven't they? They've
Yeah.
missed
It's gonna be
us. People
chat
have missed
intensive
us.
this episode.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
We can't
so
stop
if
talking.
if you get bored of us, then maybe just skip to the sweet spots and then come back
Fast
next
forward
week.
or don't.
I'm gonna say some pretty interesting things.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
really funny.
Should we start with the news?
Yeah, okay, news. First, X-Trail Jam in Japan.
Okay, let me tell
Tell
you
us
about
about
this.
this.
So this was like the first of the TTR 6-star events. Okay, Travis Rice won, of course, with his double cork. He had 3 different variations, 3 hits, 3 different variations double cork. The Japanese, it was in Japan. Japanese loved it. They love him. $150,000 prize fund. He didn't take all of it.
Oh my
he took a lot
God.
of it, and he also took 1,000 points for the TTR.
Does
Do
that
they
make
have-
it first? Sorry.
Do they have anything like that in European competitions?
Well, it's big.
150,000 is a massive prize, isn't it?
The
It
European
is.
Open's big, but it's split out more.
Mm.
Because he won the slope style, and well, he won overall. There's slope style and there's quarter pipe, and he won overall, so he took the most of it, and he won the
That is
slope.
shitloads of money. That's a good season, isn't it?
When,
Yeah.
I,
You can live in
that's a
like a
very good
chalet with a
season.
hot tub.
when I say slope style, I did mean
Oh,
big ass.
speaking of chalets,
Yes. Ours is
we've just moved into our new place and it's
They
pretty
have
amazing,
got
isn't it?
Pim.
the pad.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
part
This
of
is
it.
just one of our balconies.
Yeah, one of them, and it goes on for like ever. And there's
Anyway, we
one
don't
there.
need to show off.
No.
Yeah, we do.
Let me take it back to the TTR. So you may think that maybe Travis Rice was winning after that big win, but actually, because there's been so many mini TTR events, the current winner is a man called
He'll be there. on the second
Torstein
one.
Hogmo. There you go. That was
Oh,
fluid,
wow.
wasn't it? He's from Norway.
Torstein. It's
He was
Torstein
from Norway.
Hogman.
He actually only came 6th in that X-Trail Jam, but he's winning overall because he did so many mini events. That's kind of how the TTR. We're going to keep you updated on the TTR throughout.
It's quite exciting to be back into the TTR
We're-
league
we're
thing.
Full on winter,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Brilliant.
So-
Okay. So, Burton reveals its secret stash. What's this? Drugs? Have they been found out for something?
Probably.
Like a big fat stash, organic too. Actually, it's up in Avoria, right next to us, and they've built this run, and it's all made of organic drip, like. What's organic? Like logs. We haven't checked it out yet, but we will. Like trees and maybe.
They definitely have an
Something
organic
man-made.
stash.
Yeah.
What is it? Like, is it? It's a course, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you go down and you have little things to hit and grind and slide and rail and
It's
jump
rad.
and stuff, and
It's
it's
basically
rad.
a whole side of the mountain that's freestyle.
Oh, is it a whole?
It's a whole
That's how much
side
I know
of
my
the
news. I thought it was just one run.
We
but
haven't
it's the
seen
whole
it yet,
side.
but we're going to head up there
We-
soon.
Yeah, yeah.
So there was something like that in Avoria last year. Is that an extension or is it a completely new
No, it's a
thing?
completely new thing. They've had one in America before, and they've brought this is the first one in Europe. So it starts like right up at the top of Avoria, and it goes all the way down to like nearly in Morzine, and it's
Oh,
just
I
like
can't
one
wait.
run, and there's tons of hits, and they're all natural, au natural.
Cool.
And there's like a mini sort of Return of the Jedi style Ewok village in there.
How do you know you haven't even been, or have you?
I
We're
research.
gonna go.
Have you been Googling again?
I have, yeah.
Okay, John Olsen, video blogs.
Yeah, so John Olsen, we all know him as the Swedish superstar, invented the kangaroo flip, famous for things like that, double flips. He's doing this video blog at the moment. He's doing like one every single week, sometimes more often. There's loads on there. You can check it on his site. That was the...
Oh, that's a cue to
Yeah,
put
that's
up.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
And they're good, cool little videos. It's basically, it's having a bit of a go at presenting, but it's just like a really good insight into the sort of life of a pro skier. And he's going to turn it into a documentary at the end of it. But you can keep up to date as it happens. It's like cutting edge and shit.
And presumably, if you keep up to date, it'll be free as opposed to the documentary, which you'll have to pay for at the end.
Exactamundo.
Okay.
Yeah. So
smart, Charlie.
working. Oh, and also I'll mention the John Olsen Invitational that we talked about last season. He's doing it again, obviously, but he's supersizing it this year. So it's going to be longer. It's going to have more jumps, bigger prize fund, more parties.
It was quite supersized last year, wasn't it?
It had one supersized jump, but I think he's trying to make it a bit bigger. I think him and Condide are having a bit of a head-to-head on who can do the best invitational.
It's good. Competition's always good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now this is a good one,
Go on.
or a bad one, depending where you are. Rockies ban kickers.
Oh,
What is that about?
check this out. The Rockies, all the resorts in the Rockies, which you can list because I don't know them. Have
Okay,
you
we've
them
got Lake
written down?
Louise, or I have Lake Louise, Fernie, Kimberley, Nakiksa, Nasco,
Good writing.
Mount St. Anne, and Stoneham.
So that's what, 6 resorts. They've all banned kickers for the safety of the punters. So no kickers, and anyone who's bought their season passes before the announcement was made will get a full refund. But for some stupid reasons, they left all the rails because
Yeah.
they're safe, aren't they?
It is nuts. This is like, I think it's maybe something to do with the American culture, a lot of suing or whatever, but they're basically saying it's not fair to put kids at risk of these big
yeah,
kickers.
but what if they put a warning? I mean, I know it sounds silly,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if it's gone that far, then they should just put up a warning and get, go at your own risk. And
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, basically, the thing about the kickers is they're perfectly shaped by professionals. Yeah, if you don't have professionally made kickers, kids are still just going to go and
I
make
know
their
they
own,
do it
aren't they?
themselves, and
And then they're gonna
Yeah.
have flat landings and
Yeah.
muck themselves up.
Although I have always been surprised with how long the States lasted with, it's so, they've got the culture of suing for anything.
I'm
That they've
surprised
had these
it's only
massive
come
jumps
now.
for ages, and yeah.
But
It's
that's
weird.
why, as Jules said, that the rails thing doesn't make any sense because you can seriously
dude,
hurt
like I
yourself
hurt
on
myself
rail.
on rails way more than off a
You can
kicker.
lose fingers. We've seen that happening, haven't we?
What, live?
Yeah.
When?
In Val d'Isère,
Who?
girl, it was on a box. a bit of the wood
Do I
was-
want to hear this? I
got
do.
her
I
finger
don't.
stuck, fell over. And
don't
I
wanna
didn't
hear
see
it,
it
I don't wanna
happen,
hear it,
but
I
I
don't
saw
wanna hear it.
people running up, and they're running it with a big snowball. And I was like, I don't think that's appropriate right now, snowball fight. It had the finger inside,
Oh!
Jules, so they could sew it back on.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep your, when you're riding rails, ride like that, and you'll be alright.
Or wear gloves. She wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh, was that a girl?
Yeah, it was a girl.
Oh, silly.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be a girl. That's the advice. But yeah,
Tim.
so that's nuts. And apparently a lot of people are have been writing in, like complaining, but in fact more parents have written in and said it's a good thing that they...
Yeah,
well, they're
but
the ones
they're
who
the
spend
ones not
most of the
riding.
money, aren't they? So
Yeah, yeah. But
Fair.
talking and money as well, a lot of people have had their refund and a lot of people are going up to Whistler. That would have been at this result.
Although,
So.
saying that about the money, I know a lot of people do make their choice on where they're going to go based on the snow park. It is a major factor.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
not
like
having a
who's
snow
your
park is
yeah,
gonna
but who's
affect
your
it.
who's your most typical punter? It's a family with kids, isn't it?
Yeah. But
So-
I mean, kids have quite an influence. So
But Lake Louise used to have a super park like a few years back, and they downsized it, and I think they were the lead in the decision to cut it all together. So.
What's gonna happen, guys?
Wow,
They're
everyone's going
taking
to
it all
Europe
away
because
from
we've got
us.
shitloads of snow in Europe now, and we've got rad parks, and we've got the stash. So
Yeah.
America's dead. Everyone's
the
coming to
Stash
Europe. That's a
and the-
fact.
and
That's
the-
a fact, by the way.
And is Burton Progression Park?
Yeah.
That we forgot to mention that.
Yeah, we should mention that
It's
too.
a really friendly park. It's I guess for beginners more than
Yeah.
anyone else, and so it's small-ish and well-shaped, and it's got people there to help you out, and also means that it's not gonna get all clogged up. You know how you always wait at
Yeah.
park entrance for ages, and there's always someone behind the jump or something. So that shouldn't happen with a bit of luck and good organization.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
good.
good for beginners and advanced riders, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like the advanced riders don't get annoyed with beginners, kind of. But everyone has to learn sometime, don't they? And so it's
yeah,
good.
and then and then the good ones don't scare
Yeah, it's not as
the not
intimidating.
so good ones off, which happens.
So
quite
where
a
is
lot.
that, Jules? You remember?
No, I
It's-
don't.
It's in Nams.
Oh, it's in
good
Nandaz,
research.
of course.
Nandaz.
Oh, yeah, it's the
Nandaz.
one word you can say.
Always prepared. All right, Tim, do you want to tell us about the King of Style?
King of
Yes, I will tell
Style.
you about the King of Style. So, roll back to Zurich when I was interviewing Simon Jumon and TJ Schiller.
Yeah.
And I said,
A bit excited about that, weren't you?
I was giddy like a schoolgirl.
You were a bit shaky, weren't you?
Shaky. Shut up, wet dreams. Anyway, they said that when you're next going to be in Europe, they said it's going to be the King of Style. And they were, and it was just a couple of weeks ago.
How did they do?
TJ came second, Simon Jumon came third. Similar tricks. TJ was a switch 1260. Simon Jumon did his front flips again. But the winner was a man that we met in Mondial recently. He's called Richie Permin, French kid. He did a switch 720 double tail. So both hands on the tail. Jules, why are you laughing?
They're so whack.
They are not whack.
Double grab. Double grab. I'm going to double grab.
Jules, I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you there because
Come on.
a cross rocket,
Hey.
a cross rocket is a very cool grab.
I'm going to have to go
Double
ahead and say
nose
I'm
grab.
outraged with that. think about
But then
truck
they look
driver.
whack. Have
Yeah,
you seen
well-
old school pictures of snowboarders
Yeah,
like
yeah.
grabbing both
Yeah,
sides?
okay,
It's silly.
I
Anyway.
concede your point,
Anyway,
but the cross
okay.
rocket is
But
cool.
anyway,
So that's what he did. And
But
he
he won the King of Style, and do you want to know what's brilliant?
Yeah?
Nike only gone and gave him a sweet spot as well.
No way.
Yes,
And
way.
why?
That's good because
And-
we have sweet spots on the show.
So, shall we just watch it?
Yeah.
This is
do
the
that.
kid in question, Richie Permin.
In late February, Richard Permin joined me on a trip to Japan's North Island of Hokkaido. Like everywhere else in the world, the North Island had been having a difficult winter, with temperatures above normal and snowfall totals well below what they could normally expect for this point in the season. Even so, we hedged our bets and packed our bags and hoped for the best. Little did we know that we were hitting the middle of the biggest storm cycle that Japan had had all year. It started snowing, lightly at first, and then continued pounding us for the next 4 days, leaving us with the lightest, deepest, and the best snow that any of us had ever seen. Every day we'd wake up to feet upon feet of fresh snow. Each run was deeper than the last, and each turn sent you deep into a blinding whitewash of epic Japanese pow. It was truly one of the most amazing shooting experiences of my life, and I'm sure Rich felt the same way. Six days later, the storm finally cleared and we were treated to bright sun, bluebird skies, and an amazing view of the 5,000-foot volcano that we've been skiing on and around for the past week. To many Japanese, the trees are sacred to the point where they avoid them and stay on marked trails and groomed terrain, allowing us to ski on-track snow for the rest of our trip. In a winter characterized by a lack of snow and warming temperatures all across the globe, deep powder days were few and far between. But with some good planning and even better luck, everything came together for this trip.
So should we do the usual chat where you can contact us with videos and things like that? We love them so much. So Snowfix at negativegravity.co.uk. The URL.
Snowfix.tv is a website, and we just set up the Facebook
yeah.
app.
Have we?
Tell us about it.
We'll put a
Yeah.
link on the site, but you can subscribe to become a fan of the show, and then whenever a new show comes out, you get an update.
And
What-
other little
Why,
updates.
why
along
am
the
I
way.
not a fan?
You are a fan of Snowfix.
Yeah, why aren't you a fan?
No, I'm
Jules?
not. I never got invited.
Okay, we don't have to be
You don't-
invited. Anyway, but this is the exciting thing. The next episode is going to be episode 50 of Snowfix,
Half
obviously.
a century.
Might be a surprising
Thing.
story.
And there might be a surprise in store. But until then, adieu.